pretty excited. I mean, it's already getting pretty hot, so I'm kind of nervous that it'll be hot, but I think it'll be fun. I mean, once we find out our families and everything, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Well, I'm a little nervous because I don't know what to expect with it, but I'm also really excited since I've never done anything like this before. Well, I'm definitely hoping to feel like know what they went through, even though it's just a small part of their long journey.
Well, I feel a little bit anxious about this whole trek thing, but I'm mostly excited to get on the trail and just have a lot of fun with my family. I think as I was just coming up on trek, I'm like, it's not going to be a good experience unless you have a positive attitude and think about what has gone into this, and so that's just what I'm going to try and do. Not think too negatively and be positive no matter the situation.
Big hole right!
What's about to happen right now?
A hill.
Big hill.
Horsepower.
Very big hill.
Horsepower.
Get it. This is easy.
It was very sporty.
The first hill, it was awesome. Piece of cake, man.
It is a story so large in scope, so fraught with human suffering and the workings of faith, that it will never grow old or stale. What a marvelous thing to be the recipients of a magnificent heritage that speaks of the guiding hand of the Lord.
My youngest sibling didn't make it. He was less than 2 years old and died of exposure. My mother had a baby. She lived for 6 weeks. When we got to the Platte River, there were chunks of ice in it, and we were so cold. The doctor came and looked at our feet and said, "We're going to have to amputate above the ankle." President Young was standing there and he said, "I promise if you just amputate her toes, her feet will heal." The doctor came back the next week and I pulled off my stockings and they were pink. No toes, but my feet were healed.
You're worried about everybody, you're caring about the kids. It's physically hard, it's mentally hard. It's just difficult, but it's also really good.
That one hill was pretty tough. I felt it. Burn.
We
our legs a little bit going up that.
We swapped the guys for the girls right at that hill.
We did too.
We made them work hard.
We learned how to work together. We learned the best way of pulling. We learned about calling out holes so people don't fall and get hurt. Because if you don't call them out, they don't see them and they come right into the handcart and people go right in.
Like, what would be the culture of our handcart? If we're one heart, one mind, what would that look like if we come upon like a hard thing and we're dealing with each other? How would we be of one heart and one mind?
Basically making sure everybody gets a say and that we bring all ideas to the table and being like making a safe place for them.
Safe place, I love that. That's gonna be our motto, is one heart, one mind as we trek.
Know that the miracles that happened back in the days of the pioneers didn't cease with the pioneers, but they continue on today, and they continue in great power if we seek it.
Stay strong, read your scriptures, say your prayers, attend your church meetings. Look out for those that seem to be struggling. Take your arms around them and make sure they come with you and stay safe. But those brethren, they were in the water all day. and some of them were severely chilled. One man was so frozen that he had to be carried back to camp.
This act alone will immortalize these young men.
It again shows like the reality of what life actually was like, because you always hear about it in the history books, and you always like hear about it just in people telling stuff, but you don't really actually realize what it actually was like. And so when they tell people how people like died and how all their like good few of their like family members died, and they had to keep just going and just hoping that it would all work out, and it really is kind of hard, and especially since we only did like not even 8 miles barely, and yet it was hard. If you just keep kind of just pushing through it, you kind of just eventually reach the happiness and joy you're kind of looking for.
It was just mainly cold everywhere, so I kept waking up because of that.
She couldn't warm up.
No.
I slept pretty good. I just woke up maybe like once or twice.
Yeah.
So.
My hip kind of felt weird though, because I sleep on my side, so it's okay.
I was gonna say more of my neck hurts because of like trying to flip sides.
You know, it's been a marvelous experience thus far. There's a great spirit in the camp. There's a great sense of unity and love already, and it's a great feeling to be out here with the youth and also the leaders from the stake, and to experience the joy of being able to do something together, work together, have common goals and direction, and it's been a marvelous experience thus far.
This is our first time, so it's a neat experience for us.
We didn't go as youths or anything before, so
it's a great experience to be in a ma and a pa for some kids that we've known, some of them since they were born. So it's a pretty neat experience for us to see them experience some of these challenges and have an enjoyable time at the same time.
I think all this, just an all trek in general, and these stories, we can relate to just everything, and just like opposition in our everyday lives and all the stuff that they had to go through. I think it makes we should be more grateful for the stuff that we have and everything that they did for us. We just need to be more humble and grateful for all the stuff we have like running water and houses and electricity and everything. Because I love that in all our stories that it always talks about them being like happy and stuff too, and they were always happy even when they had like hard times and people passing away. So I think that's really cool.
It's been a real good experience. It's gotten me away from everything that I've been trying to get away from. It showed me that the people who came before us, they went through everything. They gave up everything they had just to come here and give us the experience that we have now, and to I guess say that to let us have the fun we're having tonight. Like, I don't know anybody here, and getting to know them better and have fun with them and play games with them, I've never had anybody like that, I guess. It's been the best experience I think I've had ever.
I just love it that they're so thankful for what we're doing.
Very grateful.
They're really grateful. They'll come and say, hey, thank you so much. That meal was awesome. So yeah, that's been good too.
Last night was freezing cold for me, and all night long tossing and turning, I'm thinking, there's no way I could be a pioneer. But we're a pioneer in our own day and age, and there's a lot that our youth have to face in challenges, and there's a lot that they have to face, but we have a great youth. Good kids, grateful kids, and I think any one of them are just happy to step in and help out where they're needed.
And if I could just say, in our devotion last night, for the youth, remember, faith means trust Him.
Well, it's been pretty fun getting to know the young men more, and the young women too.
I think it's been really, really fun getting to know the young men, especially because we don't really even talk to them ever. And it's just been way cool to all be going through the same thing and pushing that handcart and knowing that we can work together in order to accomplish, to get to our next spot.
so hard, but I knew that my family was strong enough and that we weren't the only ones who were pushing.
The girls in my family were way strong, they were way cool, and they were just like, let's keep going, and really motivational too. It was cool.
As soon as I saw the girls from my ward, I straight got chills, and my heart was full of love for them. I started to cry a little bit, just because my heart was so full.
I just thought, what a great lesson for the boys to sit there and literally have to watch the women pull and push. And I had a youth come up to me and said, man, that was the hardest thing. I just wanted to jump in and help our sisters out.
We talked to a number of young men who, I think the women's pool changed them. I think that was really a faith-building experience for not only the women, but for the men.
I had a little bit of a breakdown halfway through, and I couldn't breathe, and I was just struggling. And just getting to the top and hearing that music and seeing all the boys and then looking over the valley and seeing how beautiful it is from up there just made me realize how much of a gift this world is to us, and that Heavenly Father really cares about us and He loves us and He knows that we go through trial in order to find beauty.
I hope the young women know how special they are, like that they're respected, that they're honored, that they have so much to add to our church and to society and to their friends. And I hope they come out of here feeling confident and stronger than they were before. I'm so proud of the young women in the women's pole. That's the longest women's pole this property's ever done. And they did it. They did it. They organized, they helped each other. We had one girl pushing one hand cart and pulling another, and I'm so proud of them, and they're true daughters of God. And you know, I hope if nothing else that they remember that down the road in 10, 15 years, they remember what a cool experience that was, and that they can unite and do big, huge things together.
This has been a remarkable several days. I've witnessed a lot of wonderful things, and I am grateful for the chance to be a part of things like this with people like this, who are all trying to become a little bit more like Jesus and do what He would do. And I've seen a lot of things that certainly would remind me of Him.
wonderful environment in place, and there's a wonderful spirit here. We just wanted to provide the youth an opportunity, hopefully, to feel the Spirit in a way maybe they haven't before, or maybe they never have and they can here. And that provides them a little opportunity to have a little bit of faith to take that next step, whatever it may be, because it's all different for everybody. Take that next step to build their faith a little bit and a little bit at a time, and maybe hopefully they've built some relationships here that can help them to help each other to continue on down the path. There have been some that have come up to me and said that they've had experiences here that they never would have had anywhere else. That's changed their lives, and they haven't specifically told me why, but they've said this has changed my life. And that's all we can ask for. And we're not even asking to change anybody's lives. We're just hoping they can feel the Spirit, proud of an opportunity to, and then let it happen. I just want to tell all the youth, thank you for coming, because this would just be a big boring camp out without you guys, right? So thank you for coming and enjoying this with us, and for your spirits, and for being willing to try hard things and being willing to try stuff that you maybe have never done before. There are youth here that have never camped. They've never done anything like this. In the world we live in, this is so different from the daily life that we live. So just coming out here is challenging.
You have strong testimonies, and you have all been taught well. And I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of who you are. I'm proud of your strength and your courage and your bravery and the beautiful people that you are, and thank you so much.
I know that Jesus Christ died for us and that He lives for us today. I'm so grateful for the gospel and for the Book of Mormon. In preparation for Trek, reading the Book of Mormon just completely changed my life.
This trek hopefully helped some of these kids and a lot of these leaders as well to recognize the power of prayer, the direction of the Spirit in our lives, and the opportunity that we have every day to overcome challenges. So there's a lot to learn from the sacrifice and service of others as we enjoy the blessings of enduring the trek.
do.